Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhead64 coming at you live from the Generations Minecraft Realm server on a Tuesday night. Again, temporary schedule change. We're on at 6:30 to 8:30 nowadays, and here we are in the end. First of all, I'd like to say a very warm welcome to my good friend, the Tron Slime, who is here in chat to watch some Minecraft. Tron, good to see you, buddy. Pay attention. If you can, if you're only able to lurk, watch the VOD after, because when you come on to the realm here, and you shall, the end will be one of our missions. I believe you wanted to do, and so if you'll look at me, yeah, here I am in the end, cowering in a corner while I do my intro. Hopefully, I'll be safe here. But we did quite a bit of math over the yesterday, almost all day yesterday, just having some fun working out the math of locating end cities, and made quite a bit of progress. All of that is posted in the Discord if you want to take a look at some of it. What the math does is it doesn't pinpoint the cities exactly because there's probability involved, but it gives you a strategy for looking at them. What it does do exactly, though, is tell you exactly where they aren't. All right? And so it gives you lanes and chunks and what the Minecraft wiki calls cells, in which they have the highest, the probability of appearing. But then you got to search those cells. So it cuts down your search and gives you a search pattern, and it's pretty good, and it works pretty well. I've already found a number of cities. I've updated our new end city map that I made in Microsoft Excel and stuff, and so we have lots of end cities that we can explore. I was talking to Princess Nebula and Oscar Diggs in various streams about having a spare set of Elytra, and I only have the one pair. So I figured I'd test my math out, and I'd come out here, find a city, and see if I could get myself another set of Elytra. I'm going to call them Elytra. That's my way. And Elytra, and that way I'll have them on hand. And also to, test my math and come back out here at the end. I haven't been out here for a while. Get myself some shellkas, you know what I mean? And do a little bit of that kind of fun stuff. So I figured we'd do that on tonight's stream. So that being said, we got tons of rockets. I did arrive. I found 2 end cities at the end of all my mathiness. And one did not have a ship, but this one does. Somewhere. Where is it? This one does have a ship. I assure you. It's here somewhere. Where is it? Where did it go? Let's fly around. Let's have a butcher. There it is. So we do have a ship right up here. And careful. Ah, it still got me. No, it didn't. Okay, good. All right, good to see you too. Ooh, sounds fun. How's the business? Business coming along fine. I haven't really been, I've actually been trying not to work on it for June. I've been trying to give myself a break and stuff like that, but I keep coming up with cool math lessons and opportunities keep coming up, so I have been working on it. when I shouldn't be. But it's just too cool and too much fun not to do. And so I'm getting there. July 1st, things will really kick in. That's when I'll really start blasting on that. Right now, I'm purchasing equipment and testing equipment. That's mostly what I'm doing right now. And so, but, a couple of math lessons are sneaking their way in there, here and there. And so we're getting along with that. But July 1st is when I plan to start really cranking. I'm just waiting for a few more pieces of key equipment to come in and to test out some stuff. So sounds awesome. If I need math help, I'm here. If I need math help, I'm where to go. Okay, you know where to go. Yes. Always. You guys need help, let me know. Woohoo! Here's a shulker. Let's do the rush, shall we? Charge! There you go. Ooh, we'll give him the whacking. There we go. Come on out of there. There. Ooh, my super high-powered nether sword. There we go. Come on, let me down. Let me down, and then we'll go get those. Any loot? Yeah, that's some pretty good loot. And that's some pretty good loot, too. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be a cool guy. I'm already filthy rich here. And so I'm just here really for the wins. I'm going to be really cool. I'm going to do that. And, you know, I would like to really leave a nice little note here that says, hey, you know, I only grabbed the wings. The rest is all yours. Maybe I could do that. Because I have an anvil and I have some paper. Maybe I could just label a piece of paper on there. Because I don't have a book, right? And I don't have anything else. Let's do this. Anvil. There you go. Have a headache? Try anvil. Okay, we'll do that. And let me see. I think I should have in my rockets box over here. I should have myself a little piece of paper like that. And I wonder if I have enough where I can name this. Only took to the eye. So I'm going to go up here. Only took a lead. See? So cool. So cool. All right, so let me see. I get the silk touch, though. I got to make sure I do that before I do, you know. Gotta be careful there. Not to do anything stupid. All right. Also, let's put this back in the inventory. Autocorrect. Maybe a sign. If I had a sign, I don't think I have any signs in my inventory right now, so I just labeled that because I took off almost all my armor, so I wouldn't lose good stuff in the end here, because I did spend quite a bit of time flying around through here, testing out my math to see if it works and stuff, and so I did want to take the majority of my armor off. I also wanted to make sure I have plenty of rockets. You know what? In fact, I'm going to grab an extra stack of rockets. I shouldn't need them. 35 rockets should be more than enough to get back, but just in case. Just in case. But I got what I think is a really good strategy for finding cities. Now, the guarantee is you will find a city. It's just a matter of how much time, right? And it's probably not so useful a strategy if you've not got the Elytra wings. If it's early game and you don't have the wings yet, it may not be that useful, but if you have the wings, it's pretty darn useful. Because you know if you carry on in that manner, then you're definitely going to find some. You just keep fussing out there outside the window. And so let me see. I'm going to look at our... Oh, there's Draken. Late but here. That's all right, my friend. That's all right. So what I'm going to do is, if you look in the Discord, what I have to do is I have to fly back south. And I have to fly back south right through this chunk boundary. And that should bring me back to our end gate. End gate coordinates are in the Z, going towards the positive. Positive 646. 881 will bring me there. All right, so if I get in lane 811, I should be fine. Okay. You know, one thing I did find while I was testing out my map is flying through the end with the chunk borders on makes it so much easier. I feel it does. I feel a lot more secure when I'm doing that. So it just helps guide you through the blackness. Helps you keep your altitude so you don't crash into things with chunks. Well, thanks for letting me get started here. 881 is off this way. Of course, I can't use that. Would you just... There we go. Let's get it. Woo! Woo! So there's a pretty... let's see. 881. That means I need to go this way. Oh, and I should be heading back. Right now I'm heading more north. I should actually be heading southwards. There we go. And now I get back over to... over here. Yeah, if I keep in this chunk lane right here. Now this is chunk 56 that I'm traveling through. Chunk lane 56. So all these chunks have an x coordinate of negative 56. So I have to get down to positive 646 or something. So I would traveling quite a bit here. But the idea is, you know, if you look at the chunks in which they spawn, you can keep an eye on that. And if you stay in the chunk lane, then you're guaranteed to run into a city. It's just a matter of how long it'll take. Some of them are clustered very, very close together in their cells. And some of them are, you know, you could travel quite a ways and not find any. So, whoa, we had chunk loading issues there. Also, they form on the highland and midland islands. And so it's not just a matter of going through this chunk lane. It's when you get to those biomes. Like small end islands, no. End highlands is where you want to slow down and have a look. Now, I'm not doing that here because I've already been through this. But that's when you want to slow down and have a look. Like if you look at the biome up there in the upper left, and Midlands, yeah, you want to slow down and have a look here. And Highlands, definitely. On these big islands with the chorus fruit trees. And so what I'm doing now is I'm heading back to the return gate. There's actually a return gate that's a little bit closer over at negative 2000 back there a little bit. But I'm going back to the original return gate. And there's Princess Nebula, who is going into lurk right now. That's fine. Appreciate the lurk, P-Nebs. And shouting out the Tron Slime. Thank you so much, Draken. And Princess Nebula as well, of course. Someday, maybe Draken himself. Maybe, someday. All right, we're getting a little closer. But I don't know about you, but I know this probably looks really distracting, you know, visually flying through these chunk borders like this. But I think through the end, it just makes it a little bit easier. I think it makes it easier to stay on course, especially maintaining the altitude. Wow, we're already down to 8 rockets. I know we had a long ways to go, but we should get some altitude here. There we go. And there we are. Now that city we've raided a long time, so. Gentle. Gentle, don't look at the Enderman. There we go. Our original end gate. If I do this correctly. There we go. Now we can get rid of these chunk borders. Chunk boundaries, chunk borders. Whatever you wants to call them. We'll just fly over here. And we'll be real gentle about doing this part. Yeah, because that's where I wanted to be. Now, this thing goes into our portal room, and our portal room is in a slime chunk. And so when I went through the portal to get down here, there was a slime that was already had gotten his way through the portal here. And so I spawned in here, and the slime pushed me over the edge. Not cool. So I guess I better do something about this for players who don't yet have Elytra. So, but to get back, we need to be over here in our central portal here. But I just wanted to show you guys, you know, we need to do something about that. Catching up. Yeah, Draken will be there soon. You'll get there. So, back over here, you can still see that we have our Enter Dragon egg right up there from before. And I think it's relatively safe there for now. until we get one of you on here, and then we'll do Mission Ender Dragon kill again, and we'll do that once more because we do need to load some more gates. All right, so here we are in the portal room, which, I'd really like to. This Saturday, I'm going to do some more work on this because I really want to get back to this. One of the things I'm really looking forward to is taking out the shroom lights. I'll probably put some shroom lights in place of glowstone around the nether portal here. And in place of those, I'm going to use that glow lichen. I think it's going to look really cool on this instead of the shroom lights. I put the shroom lights there. If you notice, they're down by the floor just to light things up a little bit. So we can have a little bit of lighting in here. Maybe less mobs will spawn and stuff like that. But that's going to make a cool aesthetic. I think that glow lichen is going to look awesome in here. All right, here we go. Back to business. Here to get rid of some of this stuff. And let me see. This is the way back home, right? Sure. What? Come on. There we go. Look at our awesome Guardian farm. Oh, this thing is it's so cool. But again, thank you once again to Supernova Relic for suggesting that I go the portal route. I'm so glad I took you up on that because it was so much fun to build that. Back home again. All right, so we made a lot of progress on designing the hotel. And we're at the stage now where we're going to design both of the towers on the end and then the lobby underneath. And then start to trick out the middle section, which we got the shape and the dimensions for, but we built it all in dirt. So we're going to have to replace that with actual materials and stuff and get that going. But the hotel's coming along really, really well. A couple of things I wanted to do. Today, I might switch over halfway through the stream, go into that creative mode and do some work there. But I would also like to get filling in this area, which is a little bit of the boring kind of work that has to be done. But, it's got to be done. Got to be done. Got to be done, people. I spot with my little eye. Little bushies. Oh, and a regular coal. There we go. All right. Let's drop off the spoils of our battle. The very first thing I want to do is I want to put Mending and Unbreaking 3, and I want to name that Elytra. And so let's do that. Our goodies. Let me see. I think that's this lower here. So cool. That's this floor here. And so we're making good progress on things, people. We really are. So it won't be long before we're going to have other content creators on here, other streamers and stuff. And then the fun is just going to increase exponentially. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. Let me see. We need at least 2 of these. And let me see some emeralds like that. Because and let me see. We're going to need some mending, some of that stuff. Yeah, the good stuff. And we're going to need some umber. Some of that stuff. Like that. There we go. And we're going to have to do some naming. Right? And so let's go get the Elytra out of here. Oh, we may have to actually repair these too. Fire hydrant. Yep. Let me see. We're going to need to get those out of there. We have this. And I think we're doing okay. And of course, I'm just going to give these the boring naming scheme where I just do the date 06/29/1, and it's the first thing I named today. So creative. I'm a creative genius. How does he do it? that. And then we do that. And then we get out our... Now, I usually put Elytra in the weapons shulker. There we go. Now we got our spare pair. Yay! I feel so much better now. I really like it. Okay, so we can put that. And we can put those back there, like that. And we have tons of spare food, but I think I'm just going to keep that in the inventory for now. Lots of rockets. Oh, let's put our gear back on. Let's do a little bit of that. So, pants, helmet. I think I have the booties. Yeah, we're doing good. Okay, so I'm hoping that you guys have noticed that the audio should be a little bit better now. So you should be getting the audio in both ears now, okay? And the levels should be a little bit better now. So now the audio should drastically improve if I get it set up in time Thursday, because tomorrow we're supposed to get our new audio mixing deck in. And we're getting the Zoom L12. I originally ordered it weeks ago, and then the order got canceled. I had to reorder it from a vendor, and it's supposed to be in tomorrow. But then there's, getting all the cables I need to hook it up, and then there's a learning curve to try to figure out how best to hook it up. But we should be seeing a big boost in audio and audio management stuff very soon, along with music that's coming up too. So, but I'm not going to say when, because I don't want to be nagged about it. Soon. All right, there we go. Now I look like me again. There we go. Okay. I want to get down there, and I want to start working on filling this spot in, because wow, this is going to be... Let's get a little bit of altitude here. Now, for those who have been following the hotel development in our creative mode world, you can see that the hotel is pretty much going to run this away, and it's probably going to end up right over there where that Mushi is right there. Hello, Mushi. It's probably going to go from there all the way over to here. And I want the edge of it to terminate almost right where this little path is right here. I want to leave. I don't want it to be too close to the spawn circle. And so today I'm just going to spend a little bit of the time of the stream filling this in, cleaning up this area. I got to do something here with this and getting ready to install the hotel, because that time is coming up very, very soon. And so we've got some placement we have to do down here and stuff. And right now I'm not really sure what kind of terrain's going to go in here, so I'm just going to put a lot of dirt down. I've got to get rid of that grass, though, because that is horrible looking. Yes, I want that out of there. So let's do this. And we're down here. Okay, so this will be the ground level, of course, of the hotel, and then it may go up about 2 blocks, and that would be the floor of the lobby, and then it would proceed upwards from there. So we could do that. And so I'm thinking on just for support, for a foundation, is to come out here with a cobble and then a layer of dirt on top. And we got to control all that grass growth there, because that's a major eyesore. The grass looks so much worse than I ever thought it would. So we need to break out also our tools and re-equip ourselves with that stuff. We can do that. Toolbox 3. I think altar-wise, we're doing okay, right? We just need the shovel. Sometimes I like to have the hatchet in the old inventory. Right? All set to go. Torches. Nah, I think everything else we're all set for the moment. Okay, good. Let's put that in there. Pow. We'll put that in here. Pow. And then we're good. Oh, one thing I am going to need. I am going to need one of those buckets to knock out all this grass. Aren't I? Buckets, something I usually carry in my inventory slot. At least one of them. No, I looked right at it. I didn't put it in there. Thunder! Fuck. Better. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, so we're going to need a couple of shulkers. Now, I have some right here. Now, what do we got here? Lots of cobble, good. And lots of dirt, good. And lots of light gray terracotta. What was I going to use this for? Oh, I was starting to gather the materials to build the hotel. I knew I was going to need some of this stuff because you'll notice that all the units have a bottom, the bottom part of the wall. The lower halves of the walls are painted as this light gray terracotta. Then the upper half is the white concrete. And so, okay, that's what they're doing there. All right, so let's load up the old inventory with a little bit of cobble. Not quite that much, though. Like that. We'll use some cobble and then some dirt. As Katja used to call it. I'll do some cleaning up here. All right, but the first thing we got to do is wipe out that grass. You know what I'm saying? That grass. Because if we don't, that grass is going to spread everywhere, and it's going to be a nuisance. Uh-oh. And it looks like it's going to be nighttime soon. I think I should still have my bed in my inventory as well. What? What did I do with that? Is it in here? No. Okay, we'll fly down. We'll do that way. Draken, prep work for hotel build. A little bit of it, yeah. Hopefully not the whole stream. I want to get back into the creative world and do a little bit more design work. I don't know where I left my bed. Anyways, we'll just grab one of these. Now here's where I'd usually do a Thunderhand launch up through the launch tube, but well, we're just going right outside the launch tube, so... Right by the seashore. We need a little bit of that. Okay, so let's do some stuff here, like getting rid of this and getting rid of that. Now, part of what we're going to have to do, too, is extend the island a little bit and try to reclaim some land. Like, if we see the water here, well, that's still Mushroom Field Shore, Mushroom Field Shore, Mushroom Field Shore. But, I mean, look, this is all potentially land, at least out to here. I mean, that's all land there. If we fill that in, we can reclaim the land and make the island bigger. So, guests, that might be one of our tasks. All right, so let's do this. And if we just go right over this with our layer of cobble, it should kill all this grass and keep it from spreading. So I don't want to put a single block of dirt down until this stuff is contained. You know, usually when you plant plants on mushroom islands, they have that really bright green look to them, and it looks really cool. And for some reason, the grass looks so atrocious to me. I don't know why, but it just really looks bad. Eventually, there probably won't be any mycelium on this end of the peninsula at all. This will all be sandy beaches. Because that's where the hotel will be. And it's going to look really cool. It's going to look so cool. If any of you have been following that with me as we've been designing it, the viewers and I have been all pitching in. I consider that a team effort because we're having a lot of fun with it, and it's looking really cool. Hopefully, if I get far enough along on this and we get in there and start to do a little more design work, you can see some of it in this very stream. If not, you can always watch the VODs afterwards. Grass blocks. Ach. They have become my bane. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right. So one of the things we might do is to try to actually reclaim the land right now. I don't know if I should bother with that, though. Probably not. Maybe I'll do that later. Right. And I've got to watch out for our Mushi friends over there. Because if I take their entire habitat, they'll go extinct like that. Let me see. We'll need lots of sand. Smoother out the grass and let the mycelium reclaim it. Well, that's the thing. This grass has been here for a really long time. I'm thinking easily since December. And the mycelium still hasn't gone over and reclaimed it. So just pave right over it and get rid of it. Another thing we can do is we can start pulling up the torches, but we got to be careful. All right, so let's do this. We'll go down. We'll lay down. We're already out of cobblestone. In fact, we probably shouldn't really be too concerned with the dirt right now. We should just stock up on the cobblestone and lay down that layer first. So let's pull up some of that. We'll keep one just in case we have some touch-up stuff we have to do. But the rest of it should all be cobble. Because Lord, do we have a lot of cobble to lay down. It won't work if the block is already grass. Oh, yeah, I think I see what you mean. That's okay. It still has to be... I mean, we have to cover it with the cobblestone anyway. And again, you know, I could do this with some sort of natural block, but I actually want it to look unnatural. On the surface, we won't see it. It'll be covered with a layer of dirt or sand or whatever we're going to have up here later on. Right now, it's going to be dirt temporarily. But if we wind up digging from below, I like to see the cobblestone above from below anyway, just as a reminder. Hey, there's a structure up there. So we can level this off and it will be ready for when we start building. Good Lord, it's Counterplays, everybody. Hey, dude, what's happening? So good to see you, man. We're working on, we're laying out the area in which the hotel is going to sit. The hotel, I will point out to you all, was originally Counterplay's idea back in late September, early October, just before we started Realm 5. He had already been talking about it in Realm 4. And I told him, well, we're just finishing up this realm. We're going to start a new realm. And you know what? I will build that in Realm 5. And here we are. Counterplays. Here we are, buddy. Counterplays also a streamer himself. Although right now trying to stream from mobile devices, but really slick. Really slick and resourceful. A lot of this cobblestone to place. So I'm working on implementing a new points redemption, a really high level points redemption, because some of our viewers are starting to get up there with the points redemption, with the points, and we need some higher level ones so they can reclaim more points. And so one of the things we're going to do is have a mob naming redemption, where for so many points, which will be in the thousands of points, you'll get to name a mob. And I hope to implement that very, very soon. Definitely within this week. And usually I've made a rule not to commit to times like that because I don't like getting nagged about it. But that's definitely coming down. So, because that should be fairly easy to do. So. And again, I'm not going to design the hotel 100% in creative mode. I'm going to get as much of it as I think I need just to get the idea of it across, and then we'll start building it in here right away. And some of the design work we'll just do on the fly right here, especially the landscaping outside. I'm not going to really do too much of that in the creative mode test world. Doesn't make sense to because, you know, we don't have the map here, number one, but... number two, some of that stuff I like to improvise on the spot. So it's been a long time. Yes, it has, Counterplays. Counterplays is one of our OG followers, man, from back in the day. One of the first 50. From the pre-affiliate days. Wow. Already turning night. So we're certainly not going to do this for the entire stream like I've already announced. I'm just getting a little bit of this groundwork in, and then we'll switch over about halfway through the stream. Right at about 7:30, probably in about maybe 17 minutes or so, we'll switch over and we'll go back into the creative mode world, and we'll do a little bit more design work. I've got the idea of how I want to design the hotel towers, and so I want to get that down right away before I forget. Because, you know, I'm an old boomer. It's hard to keep things up here, you know. Also, I was talking to Kachi-chan, about getting some more emotes. We have some ideas for emotes, and I'm getting used to the Affinity Designer software, and I'm finding it much easier, a good alternative to some really expensive illustration software like Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator. It's a really good, affordable alternative to that. It's a little bit clunky though, but I'm starting to get used to it. And so things like that, logo design, emotes, things like that are getting a little bit easier to work with. Soon we're going to get a break, at least for a few days, from Biggie Cheese's basketball schedule, which is dominating our lives right now. And then we can end some streams with some raids, because I really miss doing that. Right now I'm cutting the streams extremely short, so I can hustle right out of here to go pick him up from his practice. And so I haven't been able to do as many raids as I would like, because I really don't like to do the raid and run thing. I'm really not into that. You know, I mean, I'm not steadfast against it. Sometimes it's better than not doing a raid at all, but I really do like to stick around and talk to the folks for a little bit. And there's a number of our friends who are on right now, too, that I would really like to raid, but I got to get right out of here afterwards. We're getting there. Now, some of this probably won't have the cobblestone layer underneath. It's fine. It's fine. Let me see. Mod counterplays? Yeah, sure. I could do that. I trust you. You've been around for a while. For a long while. I think you know what the stream's about. About being chill. And then Draken. By the way, Nebs wanted me to let you know our daughter was very upset with the fact that she missed Kachi time on Sunday. And I knew that she was looking forward to joining us. She certainly can join us any Sunday. The Sundays that we have, if you see the, and I've already told PNebs this, that if you see the playing with viewers tag up, it's a public server, anybody can join, anybody can play with us. We're more than welcome. This past Sunday, though, it was probably for the best anyway, because that stream had a lot of audio difficulties with it. And Kachi wasn't as prepared as I would have liked him to be. So this Sunday coming up, I'll take some more time to make sure Kachi's well prepared before we start. In Kachi's defense, for some reason, some of the software on his system automatically switches out his audio sources for his inputs and outputs. It seems to do it randomly. I don't understand because I'm not there with him the entire time he's on his system. And so I don't know what's happening, but sometimes it randomly switches it out. It randomly switched mine out on my system too, which was weird. So we might have had an update, a Windows update or something like that, and it might have randomly switched it back. So that was a little annoying to have to deal with, not expecting that on Sunday. So Sunday's stream was kind of botched. It was also hurried. It was very hurried too because, again, Biggie's basketball schedule, I needed to bring him to a game, and we didn't have time to do it, and I had to cut the stream extremely short and get out of there. So it was a pretty more than usually chaotic stream and pretty stressful. So I know had some technical difficulty here as well. Yeah. So Counterplays, are you finished with school over where you are? Because different places, have different school schedules. And here in the U.S., we usually take the summers off, although they vary on some schools, start their summer vacation earlier, some start it later. But in other places in the world, they don't take summer off. They go straight through. So I know Mrs. Thunderhand is... she's from Taiwan, and they don't take the summers off. They go right through. So both Biggie and Kachi are in their summer vacations, but we have them doing so much that they're still very, very busy. Especially Biggie Cheese. Biggie Cheese is unbelievably busy because of basketball practice, but also he's doing driver's ed. He's getting his license. So he's doing the driving school thing. He's doing SAT prep. We have him signed up for a couple of summer camps for robotics and other things like that. And so he is a busy dude. All right, we need to go get some more cobble. One thing that we definitely have is cobblestone. Going down, going down, going down, 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 down. Here we are. Okay, let's go fill up a shelka with a little bit more cobble. Let's take a look at the time here. 7:19. We got about 11 more minutes of this stuff. Draken saying, my mobile died and my PC ran an update that took forever, which is why I missed them. Updates. And then Counterplays is saying, I don't know when we'll stream. I just stream randomly. Yeah, so Counterplays, I know Counterplays is a little bit shy about his streaming, but right now, but he is actually a really cool Minecraft mobile streamer. And dude, if you feel comfortable, we'd be happy to give you a shout out. Usually I don't ask. I don't ask the person directly. I just say, mods, please give that person a shout out, and away we go. But I know you're a little bit shy about it, so you shouldn't be, though. You are an awesome streamer. Super resourceful, super smart. Let me see. We'll do that, and we'll get a little bit more. We'll load that back in the old inventory. And up we go. Now, you know what? I feel inspired to try to do this because one of our fellow streamers, Thad Destroy, is he on right now? No, he was on a little bit earlier, though. Does, when he's laying down blocks like this, and in this mode, he does all of this in F5, which I don't know how he does it. In this kind of mode like this, and he's... I guess it's doable? I don't know. I think it's okay. Oops. I don't know. F5 block placement challenge. How come I keep missing that middle one? Now I'm missing the end one here. See? I keep missing that middle one somehow. Oops. Went a little too far with that one. I had my rhythm down, and now it's harder to do. Looks like it's time to sleep. And we better do it quick because we're going to get all kinds of mobs in here. All right, let's just slap this down. Boom, shakalaka right there. Yes, I'm finished. I can't stream at my laptop. My laptop is trash, but I can still play Minecraft. I saw a little bit of one of your sort of test streams. There we go. Yeah, it skips that middle block. I don't know why it's skipping the middle block. See? Like that. I think that's a lag thing. I'm not sure. So on today's stream, we watched Thunderhand place cobblestone for 30 minutes. Not true. I was actually started out in the end. We started getting some Elytra, right? Hawk. Then we moved on to this. And if I would stop doing things like that, that would make things just that much more productive. Soon to be Mushroom Island Central Hotel. That's going to be cool. That is going to be so cool. And again, as we pointed out, PNebs and I were talking about scale and everything. The hotel is going to be a very big build in Minecraft. But scale-wise, in the real world, it's actually not that big. So far, it has 2 wings of 6 units. So far, it would be a motel that could only take in 12 tenants. So, as big as it looks, scale-wise, it's deceiving. It's pretty small. But Minecraft is going to wind up being a pretty large build. So Minecraft, like I often say, is deceptive when it comes to scale. Things that seem small are actually pretty big. Like us, for example. It's 2 meters high. I am 6'1", and that's much taller than 6'1". So people are 2 meters high. You know, if you take 2 blocks, I mean, that doesn't look too tall, but that's really tall. That's about 3 feet, 3 feet. It's taller than 6 feet right there. It's really big. Blocks are huge. But then if you look at that Chamber of Commerce over there, that looks like a big build and everything. In reality, that would be pretty small. That would be a pretty small building. Now, eventually, that's going to be about 14 layers high. If I don't build anything on top, it'll be 14 layers high, and then it'll have an elevator wing here, and then it'll have a utility wing on the side there. And so that's going to seem like a big structure, but in real life, that would be pretty small. Pretty small, pretty tight. I can't record too. Later, you're going to play Skyblock. Yeah, because you play a lot on the Hive server, right? Minecraft have no logic, right? 6'6", yes, if you're going to do the conversion. That's tall. You know, I mean, that's really high. Hawk. Actually, because I'm old, I'm probably not 6'1" anymore. Probably had some spinal decompression. I'm probably lost an inch. I'm probably only about 6 feet now. Because I'm getting old. Which reminds me I should be standing up straight. Which reminds me I should be standing up soon, too. In about 3 minutes. And again, if we don't finish this whole thing, this is fine. This is fine. This is literally filler work. But part of what we're going to be doing is eventually we're going to be doing land reclamation. That's going to be a full-time job. I don't know. I may invite several of you on here to do that kind of work. Just big old chest after chest after chest full of dirt, and we're just filling in around the island, trying to reclaim as much land as we can. Then we're going to have to scurry around and plant. Hey, Mushi. That's not a Mushi. That's a regular Ko. You're a regular Ko, huh? There's the Mushi over there. But we're going to have to run around and spam torch this whole area here because we'll get mobs galore if we don't, so. Pardon me, Mushi-chan. Come on. There you go. What am I doing for time here? I got about 1 minute left. I think about one more row and that'll do it. One more row of 3. Of course, once I say 3, my hand automatically does 4 just to be defiant. Awk. I think that should do it. I think we should do a couple of things right now. We should switch to standing mode. Why did I do that? Thunder. We should switch to standing mode, and then we should switch over to our creative world, and we should design those end towers, those wing towers. But we're getting there. So when we sign off, let's sign off from up here so we can get the view. It shall be glorious. Oh, that's a lot of cobblestone. I can't wait to get rid of this and then cover that up because that looks horrible. So we're going to have to get rid of that, definitely. So soon that'll be covered up. There'll be a huge hotel right across there. And then we'll be inviting guests on. And again, the hotel, I'm only building initially 2 levels. And then we'll take it from there. We'll upgrade from there. Let me see. You can't fly in real life, not fair. True. If I have Java, I can't help you. I'm kind of do. It's a deal. Dude, the very moment you're set up with Java, you let me know. We'll get you on here, all right? You're one of the first 50? Absolutely. Absolutely, without question. Okay, let's sign off here. And let's switch over to our creative world. I'll hydrate a little bit. My voice is getting a little dry. There we go. Okay, switched over and logging on. Got to go. I am cooking noodles for your brother. just like we used to say back when you used to log on, right? Cool. Counter plays. It is really cool to see you again, my friend. Give my regards to your brother. Your brother's also an awesome builder, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day, okay? And thank you so much for dropping by. It's so cool to see you again. Keep us updated. Let us know how you're doing, all right? Okay, and here we are. So, we made a lot of progress here. We did some really cool stuff. Now, don't mind the big pile of dirt in the middle. Use your imagination, people. This will be all, designed with, we'll choose materials and stuff. We're just getting size and shape established here. We did a lot of work on this in the stream before, and we made a lot of progress. It was really, really cool. So I really like the way that this came out. I really do the shapes of it and stuff. So we're going to be choosing materials for this, and I hope to use more of the newer materials that we have too. And so I want to right now switch to standing mode, number 1. So we'll do that. And then on either end of this, there'll be 2 Bubble Vader towers. And I want to design those, and I want to get those done. 2 Bubble Vader towers. And then technically you can, if you have the right equipment, you can fly in real life. Yes. They're getting there. They're getting there. All right, let's do the standing up. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. All right, and so let's talk about this for a little bit. Okay, so I would like a couple of the ideas I had would be if you're walking down the hallway this away, you have the Bubble Vader here. You can either go up further or go down further, but the Bubble Vader, it has to be accessible here from this area. The other thing I would like the Bubble Vader to do is it's going to be glass like a standard Bubble Vader, but I would like you to be able to see that way, and that way, and that way. And so I want the entrance to be this way. And so I would like to have, I'm thinking a narrow hallway here, like this. And I don't think I need to extend it so it meets over to here. I don't think that that's necessary. So it'll be from here to about there, maybe. So let's just... I'm thinking it's going to be about 2 wide. And I may continue this kind of carpet look here, like this. And I know I'm going to want a hallway that's about 3 wide. We're going to have some sort of facing on this side. That's not going to be the wall. And so we ought to bring it out about maybe 4. Like that. Right. And so I may leave that part of the balcony like this. And we may do... Nope, no, no. Stop, hands. Stop it. Stop. Something like that. We'll come out to here with this. Stop. And I know the roof is going to be like that, at the very least. Maybe like that. I may do something here, I'm not sure. Maybe not. Let's see. I don't mind features like this because it adds a little dimension, a little depth to things, so I don't mind that too much. And again, you know, we are building with dirt, I understand, but you know what? We're just getting dimension and shape and stuff like that. One of the things we're going to have to do is eventually is to fill in these spacer areas here and work the design for that. We might do a little bit of that tonight too, depending. The other thing I want to do too is I want to trim off. I want to trim off 2 layers off the bottom of all of these, so it's level with this. Because these decorations aren't really for the bottoms of those floors. They're for the tops of those units. And so it doesn't make sense really to have them down there. Oh, okay, you took out a bot. I didn't see that. Thank you so much, Draken. My co-pilot there. Doing the mod thing. Picking out the bots for us. Thank you. All right, so this would be the wall that we would want to have showing. But it's not going to be dirt. I repeat, okay, it's not going to be dirt. All right, you know what? We may go and just trim off those 2 bottom layers right now. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this. I don't know how much of this I want to keep open. I'm thinking here, do something like that on the end. These will all be moved over somewhere in the middle of these, in between those 2. That's where the next column will come up. But we can go remove those 2 bottom layers now. So we'll just do that with a fill command. And that means a little bit of the colored wool. So we'll use green here. And I think block-wise, I can do... I could do 2 layers at once here, I think. All in one unit. One wing unit here. Like that. And so we could do this with the fill command again with the air. So let me see. Do this. Fill like this. Tab, 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 like that. Then I'll come over here and get the others. Do this. Tab, 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 like that. Minecraft, not Acacia buttons. You know, I'm tempted to do Acacia buttons one time just to see what it looks like. Okay, yeah. So there's a block limit on the amount of blocks that you can remove or fill. For now, I'm thinking, I don't know, should I leave those there or not? I don't know what this transition area is going to be like. You know what? I'm going to leave them there. I'm going to leave them just like that. Then we'll figure out what they're going to look like. I know that when we're down here in the lobby, we don't want to see that for the ceiling. So I know we'll be removing that. So we'll do that one. And then we'll do this one. Yeah, we got the right layers. Good. And we'll just take this off. Again, we'll do fill. And we'll fill it with Aya. Only a New Englander would make a 2-syllable word out of air. Actually, we don't stress it that much. I'm being super silly when I'm saying it like that. We just mostly say it like air. Yeah, we're going to fill this with a whole bunch of air. Like your head. There we go. All right, so we've trimmed that all away. Successfully filled 1,484 blocks. Okay, that's a little better. All right, so let's talk about this transition area. I'm thinking of doing something a little bit like this. And I may continue the pattern across here like this. Now this will actually show from the, this may show from the outside. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It may show from the outside. But I know I would like folks to walk down this hallway this way as such. Be able to turn the corner here and enter the, or I don't know if I should just have the bubble vader here. And then just have that like storage in some empty space, you know, because we may need to do redstone or something there. You don't know. So that might be storage or some empty space or something. We may figure out some way to use that. One of the other things we may wind up doing too is, like I mentioned earlier, make these suites on the end, on this end and that end, like these grand suites that come out into here. So this elevator room may wind up being like this. All right, so let me see. That's stationary water. That's bubble vader up, bubble vader down, there and here, like that. That, maybe. Yes. No. Yes. And a bubble vader is a 5-block affair structure. So let's get some glam. And let's just start laying some stuff out and see what it looks like. We'll do this. Like that. And let me see. You need one for the entrance. That should be this. Then one for the water itself. So actually, I'm thinking, let me see, it should be like that, right? Because you would then need that kind of thing. But then you know what? This is no longer 3 wide, right? So we don't want that. I think I was right the first time. Thusly. Now, one of the things I might wind up doing, actually, can I do this or not? No, I can't. No, I can't. All right. I was thinking of making the entrance 2 blocks wide. 3 blocks wide, actually. But it's better just to have it 1 block wide. Trust me. Trust me. What about there? Okay, that's better. And without Optifine, the glass looks awful. Maybe a bit like that. Maybe I will just use that and then have a different floor pattern kind of thing out here. So, bye-bye. Bye-bye. But this will definitely be some sort of material, some sort of walkway, some sort of something. And we should continue the structure on up like this. Now, to have it opaque between sections between floors, I don't really mind. The roof will come out to cover that. Okay, that's good. Now, temporarily, I am going to bring this down to the ground, but this will have all... Well, once we design the lobby down below, this will be shaped much differently. Hands are not cooperating. Come on, hands. Do what I tell you to do. Come on. There we go. That's better. All right. Counterplay says he's back. You're done cooking noodles. Okay, so we're going to need some sort of landing block like that. And, you know, again, I don't know how far these are going to go down. For now, I'm just going to bring them down right to the ground. Like this. Like that. And again, I'm not sure that this is going to be the entrance here, but I'm just using this for now, just so we can get a design going. All right, so we have that kind of bubble vader with which we need to work. We have at least that. Now, there may be bands of non-glass material in between here. That may happen. And Draken with the welcome back. Welcoming back our friend Counterplays. So Counterplays, if you take a look at this, this is what we're working with, my friend. This is going to be our hotel. And again, I repeat. This is not going to be dirt. We'll replace these, all this dirt with materials. This will be likely glass here and all kinds of stuff like that. And then there'll be a big lobby down below here. But we designed the units first, so that's what we have. These spaces in between will be filled with material. There'll be some sort of decorative thing. And on either end, there'll be these Bubble Vader wings. And so that's what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to make some decisions about these Bubble Vader wings. And again, I'm going to use a lot of dirt as filler just to get some ideas of, you know, size and shape and stuff. And then we'll talk about, you know, what kind of materials that we're going to wind up using. Not exactly sure 100% how this is going to work. So again, just using dirt for now. Get some dimensions. A little something like that, maybe. I'm not sure I want to extend this out here. I might not. We'll see. I might do something like this in between, or might bring it in depth-wise a little bit, something like that. And here, that would be there for that level, doing something like that. Again, this section might do something like this. Counterblaze. Congrats on the 23 subs. Thank you so much. Yeah, we had some friends drop by, and like JMO the Schmo, for example, dropped by and did like 5 subs on one stream. He's just an amazing guy. In fact, he's on right now, and if I had the time, I would raid him. So please, you know, if you get a chance, go check him out. He's an excellent streamer, really cool guy, and local too. We're only about 40 miles apart. He's about like 30, 40 miles east of me right now here in Southern California. roof is concerned, I may do something like that. But I may leave this glass open on the top like this so you can see up through, or I may put some lighting on this layer or something like that. We'll see. Could do something structural there. I might. We'll see. Fuck. Again, we might see the stream kick up a little bit this next year, seeing as how I'm not working at the school anymore. I'll be pretty busy with my online teaching, but I think I should have enough time now where I can actually advance the stream a little bit more. So I'm not sure if I should do something like this or not. With some material around here, just, you know, size and shape wise to kind of break things up. You know, like that, and then these would extend up as we put more floors on top. See, one of the ideas I have is not to really obstruct the view here. And so when you're traveling inside the elevator, you know, you can look out over the island, right? As you're going up through, and maybe if there's a... Oh, that's not too bad, I guess, right? Plus, I can make them some sort of block, like fence blocks or something like that, that you can actually partially see through. And so I could do something like that. So I'm getting some ideas, maybe some material like that, where it's a little bit staggered here, and that way it gives it a little bit of depth. And so I would continue this over to this side. A little something like this. Now, one of the things I don't want to do is I don't want to obstruct this view out here, because that's the view of the ocean. So that kind of circumvents some of the ideas I had before. I know I want to have some sort of walkway like this. Extending out to here. I know this is going to come out at least to here. Like that. So I was thinking on, well, let's just continue the pattern and let's see what happens, right? So we have that. We'll go there. That will go there. And again, just building with dirt, you know, so we can get some idea of dimension and shape. And thank you so much for the shout out for JMO the Schmo. If anybody deserves it, it's certainly him. He's a great streamer, great guy. Charity streamer, gives all his proceeds away to charities and stuff. He's a great guy, really great guy. And Counterplays, for the 23 subs here, you meant on YouTube. Oh, that's right. You can do anything, just be creative. Yeah, I just keep repeating that, Counterplays, and thank you for the encouragement. I'm just repeating that for people who are watching the VOD afterwards. If they happen to come in at this point and they can say, well, what's all the dirt about? You know, so every now and then I just remind viewers, don't worry, it's not going to be dirt. So I'm thinking on something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. I'm just not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this edge here, like this. Draken, you mentioned I shout out. Dirt is a good filler place. Yeah, and the other thing is, it's also not confusing, right? I mean, it's dirt. It should be obvious that this is not going to be dirt, right? And so that's another reason why I like to use dirt is kind of like a layout block like that because it's not confusing, or it shouldn't be anyway. It shouldn't be confusing. Something like that. So one of the things that one of the pieces of equipment that I'm going to need for my business and for everything, also for streaming and for the music and all that stuff, is I'm gonna have to get myself a DSLR camera. And entry level ones for a decent one is about $1,000, about $1,000 bucks, and I wasn't expecting that. I thought I would be able to make do with the cameras I have, and I was trying to do some work with the cameras that I have and some of the testing I was doing with them and stuff, and they're not going to work out. I'm going to have to get myself a really decent video camera. And so that's probably, hopefully, one of the last pieces of equipment I'll have to buy for a while because I'm using up my startup money. I still have quite a bit of startup money left, but I'm starting to go through it. And the camera I wasn't expecting on having to buy. So, I mean, I don't mind buying it. We need it. That's what startup money's for. But after I get the audio board set up and most of this stuff, it'll be starting to work with ordering the camera, getting the camera in, and then again learning how to use that and stuff. And so new equipment buzz. Yeah, we're getting a camera pretty soon. So right now I'm going through reviewing cameras, watching a lot of camera reviews, stuff like that, to try to decide which one I want to get. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. You know what? I really like this side. But this side I'm not really sure about. Why don't you record a video? I have made a couple of videos in the past. I made a couple of Minecraft videos, actually, some really crude ones from back in the day. And they were fun to make. And I might make a few Minecraft videos. I might do that. One of the things I was thinking on, though, is not really to do a tutorial because there's already a lot of tutorials out there. What I was thinking on for Minecraft videos would be something like a story mode kind of video involving our generation's Minecraft Realm server, getting some lore behind it and getting a story behind it, and then kind of make videos based on that story behind it and use our generation's realm for that. So I've got some ideas about that. You know, I don't want to talk too much about it because then I'll be nagged about it. So, but for making videos, that's what I'm thinking. So I might make a couple of test videos and stick them up there. But right now, editing's kind of clunky. I'm using Movavi movie editor, and it's okay for like quick and dirty well, I shouldn't say dirty, but just a quick and easy editing, movie editing software. It's pretty good for that, but it's kind of clunky. And so I may have to set up some, I mean, I'm going to need video editing software anyway. And so that would, after the camera, getting that, setting that up, deciding which one I want, and then learning how to use it and stuff. So there's quite a bit of that stuff to do. Canon EOS Rebel T6. That's one of the ones I was looking at, Draken. Is what I got for Nebs, and I think that is the model. Then I'll be asking you quite a bit about that because I just started doing reviews top 10 DSL cameras, something like that, you know, and that one came up in a number of those reviews. And so I tend to look at a lot of reviews when I do something like that. And I look for the products that seem to be consistent through all of those. Even if they're not the number one, if they're consistently through those top 5 and top 10s, those are the ones that I usually look at. To know somebody, oh, the T7, yeah, okay. To know somebody that already has them, though, is like priceless. So, PNEBs, I've got a really good camera. Like, it was really good, and I did a lot of research on cameras before I told Draken what model I want. PNEBs, I'm sure you're talking about the same one that Draken is. And Counterplays is funny that I don't use it for streaming or anything. Well, I wouldn't really use that camera for streaming. I would really use it more for my online teaching lessons and my music is what I would do, making videos for music. For online streaming, I think it's just mostly screen capture stuff. Unless I was going to do like studio tour or something outside this. But, I'd really use it for those 2 other things. Yeah. Yes, and it is the same time. Counterplays is saying that he wishes he could sub. And this is something I like to say to people who wish they could sub, and they don't for whatever reason. That's really nice, and I appreciate you wanting to sub. But you know what? Just showing up, following, viewing, racking up the channel points, and bringing other viewers and followers to the channel, that's priceless. That really is. That's what really grows the channel. Subs are nice. I'll be glad to take subs if people want to sub. That's great, and I always appreciate it. But really viewing, following, and especially bringing viewers to the stream, that's really, really important. Racking up channel points, things like that. Super cool stuff. So, if you want to sub and you can't, please, you can always do that. That's actually more helpful in the long run as far as growing the channel. And then when you bring in more people, the chances of those people maybe subbing goes up. And so then we can finance the channel and stuff. And so if you can't sub, don't worry about it. Show up, view, bring folks to the channel. That's actually better. Draken has watched Thunderhand for 57.42 hours. Watch time. There we go. What should I do with the end of this thing, man? This part looks really cool. That part doesn't. One of the things that I don't want to do is I don't want to move the Bubble Vader to the center on the end. I'm trying to work a little bit more with asymmetry for Realm 5 here. And so, I'm trying to avoid that kind of stuff. If I extend this outward here and make some kind of room, I block the view of the Bubble Vader to here. So I don't know, maybe I will have to move the Bubble Vader over. Or maybe move it out more so I can make some sort of room out of this. Maybe. And then PNEBs with the watch time. Ooh, Drakens get a little ahead of you, but that's only because the stuff you guys have been dealing with there, and also you doing double duty between streams. I've missed more streams. Yes. Only a few more, though. Only a few. So one thing we can do is we can extend these end suites over and make them a little bigger. We could do that. So I could, for example, bring them out to here like this and make these like a little bit higher end suites. Like this. Extend this wall outwards like this. right? And then just bring this room out. Just extend that room by that much more and just make these rooms bigger, right? Right, I could do something like that. All right, and just make these rooms on the end a little bit bigger. Let me see. Counterplays. I really play survival because I play on server, but I still play with my brother. Yes, you play on the Hive server a lot, huh? And that counterplays watch time. 0.92 hours. But dude, you've been away for a long time. And watch time is started counting when I enabled it here on Streamlabs, which was really just a couple of months ago, really. Peanuts. Peanut says, I love survival. It's the only way I play because I die too much in hardcore. And I only play in creative when I'm planning builds. Yeah, that's what I do. Counterplays doesn't really have a powerful enough PC or laptop yet. So he does everything on mobile. And when he first started watching the stream, he was doing all of his streaming, recording and editing all of his videos and uploading them and everything from his phone. Really impressive. Really, really impressive. I was very, very impressed with that. Super resourceful. I couldn't imagine even trying to do that. I would crush my phone out of frustration doing that. So this seems kind of satisfying. That would mean, though, remodeling these end suites. You know, I don't know. Maybe putting some windows here. Putting some windows on the end there like that. This would look into that room. Maybe doing something like that. Is that how I have that? I think that is. Yep. Yeah, I was thinking something like this. Uh-oh. Did I do something foolish? Again. Maybe I did. Yeah, so I was thinking of something like that. Counterplays. Maybe I'm going to stream Saturday, just saying maybe. Okay, I'll watch for my notifications then. All right, so if I'm over here in the Bubble Vader, I can get that ocean view here. I can see the south part of the island from here. And then I can see across to the west part of the island. Chamber of Commerce would be over there a little bit. Yeah. And then I would come down here and I would get out, and this would be the lobby. So the lobby like this, you would go up here to your room. Come up the bubble vader like this. Go to your room. Go to your room. Go to your room. Out here would be the mezzanine. Visit your friends over here. These columns I'm going to remove and replace those. And then here would be the other wing for the other bubble vader. I don't know. You know what? I think I'm going to go with this. I think that's not too bad, although I would like to get a more interesting shape for this, I think. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I can do something with these edges here. You know, that might be a little too much, I think. Yeah, that might be a little too much. You know, we're also trying to make decisions without textures. You know, textures can often do a lot more here, so. My PvP clicking method is butterfly clicking. Oh. If I stream, it will be short because of lag. Yeah, I remember your last one was pretty quick. So I'm thinking something like this. And I'm thinking of expanding these two rooms on either end. I like that. I like that a lot. The only thing that's a little weird is, I don't know, I wanted a little bit more of pronounced structure on the ends. I was thinking that the ends would have, these end towers would have a much cooler shape to them and stuff. But I don't know, maybe simpler is better. Like I said, you know, without the textures, it's kind of hard to tell. I mean, if you were coming up the main drag like this, I mean, this is the view of the hotel that you would see like this. Except, well, you'd be down here, right? Traveling along on your horse. People, you know, heckling you from up there and stuff. And then heading out to here. I don't know. That's a really simple solution over there. I mean, it's functional. It does what it's supposed to do. It's asymmetrical, like I want it to be. You know, we could certainly go with this kind of design. The other thing we could do is we could move the bubble vader over towards the middle, which we can try on the other end, and then we can compare and see what both ends look like, and then choose which one we want better, which one we'd like to have better. We could do something like that. What I was planning on having down here was a parking garage for the horses. So you would go pick up your horse. You would ride it here. There'd be some like temporary fast parking out front here, an area out here where you could put your horse. But your quote unquote long-term parking would be on either wing right under here, right? And so we could line up the horse stalls right there. And so this one, and you know what? If you're down here on this level, and some of the ocean view there is blocked down on this level, it's not too bad as long as you're catching it up here on these levels. That's fine. And so if we have a parking structure out, out here like this, and you know what? It doesn't have to be this height. Like that, and then down here is where we park the horses and stuff. You know, that wouldn't be so bad. Again, you know, I'm just defining space here with these. Try to get an idea. And we can't really determine a whole lot until we start designing the lobby. But I'm thinking we do something like that. The street level, you come down here and you would park your horse in around here. And then there'd be some space, and then you would walk into the lobby on this wing here. Okay, how are we doing for time? Ooh, we're actually running a little low on time right now. But I think we have enough of this side of the hotel designed. And then it would just be a matter of redesigning these two rooms on the end to expand them out and make them the luxury suites, darling. We could do something like that. Or, you know, we could just do this and shore it right up with the side of the building. So it does this kind of thing. We could just do something like this. You know what? And make that part of the wall. And I can use fill command for this. So maybe we just take this out. Because that's starting to look a bit cluttery. And I don't know if I'll bring it out quite that far. I know this will come down, though, because you're going to need some sort of support. Right. I'll keep that right there. Then we'll do a fill command. A little something like this. / not /. Fill. Let's get our coordinates. That for that one. And like this for this one with the superfluous medial vowel. Minecraft acacia buttons. No, let's go with it. Like that. All right, let's haul back and let's have a look. All right. Gee, that looks like crap. Okay. We're going to have to do... can you change the song? I don't really like rock song. Yeah. I mean, each stream I try to do a different music theme each time. You know, Tuesdays I usually do like a more rock kind of thing or industrial rock kind of thing. For the Thursday stream, I try to do more... Thursday stream, I usually do the Minecraft music itself. So I usually do that for the Thursday stream. Then for the Saturday stream, I use a channel called Chiptune, and that's more like retro video game kind of music. So I put that on. And let me see. Kachi Time, I use pretty much the same thing. I'd like to use Electro Swing for Kachi Time, but they only have the one song on there, and they don't really have enough tunes on there. But each Monday I change it up a little bit. I'll put like rock, metal, or I'll do industrial, or I'll do other kinds. I'll do like hype bass songs or stuff like that. So at this time, everybody, I am going to end the stream because I have to go pick up Biggie Cheese at his basketball practice. I'm ending like 5 minutes early because I have to grab a couple of things before I head out the door. And there we go. So we did quite a bit of things. If you go into the Discord, you can see, if you dare, if it's not too painful for you, you can see some of the math I did for figuring out how to find end cities. And we did find an end city. And so we got ourselves a secondary pair of Elytra wings, which I really needed. I feel a little bit more secure now that I have two sets. What else did we do? We came back, we prepped some of the land area where the hotel's going to be, and then we went into creative mode here, and we tried to design the wing, and I don't really like the way that wing came out. I think it looks awful. So I might do a little off-camera work to try to get a better design there. But functionality-wise, that's how I want it to function. So it's just placing things and moving things around so it looks good. All right, with that. Oh, and there's Jeppo comes in right at the end of the stream once more. Jeppo, I'm so sorry, but I'm taking off. I'm closing off the stream. I got to rush off. The Tuesday and Thursday night streams are now 6:30 to 8:30, and I'm ending this one a couple of minutes early because I got to go drive up north to go pick up Biggie Cheese and bring him back home from practice. So, Jeppo, I'm so sorry. I'll have to catch you next time. But I really did like watching. If Drac, if you could give her a quick shout out. Jeppo, a couple of her streams ago, hosted a Will It Rap session that was really awesome, and she just was really cool enough to have done a replay of it earlier that I was able to attend. So please go check out Jeppo's channel. It's really, really cool. It's a lot of fun. With that, I'm going to have to wrap things up. So thank you, Jeppo, for dropping by right at the very end of the stream. It's always good to see you. Of course, P-Nabs and my co-pilot Draken, thank you for being such awesome mods. The Tron Slime for stopping in earlier to say hi. I'm really glad to see you again, buddy. I'm really glad to see you again. And of course, the mighty, the unmatched, the OG follower from back in the first 50 counterplays. Thank you so much, dude, for stopping on by. With that, I'm going to do a very quick sign off because I literally have to run right out the door. Yes, let's do a little quick sweep and let me see, zip, right there. We laid out the interior in dirt. We'll replace that over there. And today we did a little bit of work on the outer wing, but I'll tell you, I'm really not satisfied with the way that came out. I like the way that it functions. I like some of the basic ideas. But now I got to change that up a little bit because if you're southward on the main street coming up, that's an awful view of the hotel from the side. It's really bad. So I have to do something a lot more decorative shape-wise. Maybe a semi-cylinder there or something like that. We'll see. All right, with that, be safe on the way to get Biggie. See you next time, Thunder. Thank you, everybody, for dropping on by. I'm going to do a quickie sign-off. So with that, bye for now. Remember, our Tuesday and Thursday night streams have moved to 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. here, PST, on the west coast of these United States. We still have our Saturday stream that we do at noontime. Hopefully, we'll be able to do that. We may have to move it, depending on whether or not Biggie has a game. And then we have Kachi time every Sunday at 10 a.m. PST. So please make sure you stop by for those. They're a lot of fun. And I'm going to say bye-bye for now, everyone.